Brian with One of a Kind. Oh, it's Brian with Craft Fancy tonight. Sorry, I get a little confused every once in a while. How's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully everyone's having a great time, and hopefully everyone's just kicking back, relaxing. It is Wednesday night. No, it's not Thursday night. No, it's not Friday, or is it Saturday? It is Wednesday night, and we are here to do the Sparkling Mandala online class. This is going to be a 2-week class. I will not be doing this class, although I do have a special guest person that will be doing it. Her name is Carol, and she is going to be doing the class tonight because it's going to involve some needles and a little sewing. And we got Wendy Little joining us. Hi, Wendy. How's it going tonight? Thanks for tuning in. Saying hello from Idaho. Hopefully everything's nice and warm out there for you. I hope you're staying nice and warm. Got a lot of stuff to go on tonight. It's a lot of sewing, a lot of detail, and it's going on. Yes, Lee's there. So Carol asked not to be on camera, but Carol is here, so you're going to be able to hear her voice tonight. Say hello, Carol.
Hello.
So hopefully everything's going to be working out. I did set up an extra camera shot tonight due to the fact that we're going to be working on a very close, little detailed area. So please let me know how you guys like to see it, because I can adjust the cameras in a lot of different ways. So I got Brenna Steiner coming in from Pennsylvania. How you doing out there? And then I got Kathy Wolvertine joining us as well. She's just doing a little watching tonight. Well, that's okay, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? So it's always fun. For those of you that did purchase the kits, why don't we go ahead and get those kits out and start getting ready, get your pieces out and get everything available. And we're just going to hang out here for a second so everyone gets a chance to get in there. Kathy's saying hello to you personally.
Hello, Kathy.
So, guys, if you have any questions anytime about anything, be sure to always ask us. It is Brian and Carol today. Although you do not see Carol, she is the person behind the curtain.
You'll see my hands.
Oh, you're going to see the hands, huh? Okay, so I'm going to get her out on screen yet, so we're going to have a little fun. Hey, Jana's coming out there. So, hi, Jana. Jana Gertch is joining us as well today. So, excellent. So, we got some good people. Got a lot of great fun. I hope you guys are getting your kits all ready and stuff. So, we're going to go ahead and give it a little, just like one more minute. Hopefully, everyone's got your kits out and getting everything ready. Got some needles out there and got your pieces cut and you're all set up. This is a 2-week class, so the first week is we're working with our the first card, and then the first card is what?
It's the Stitchmas. Stitchmas.
They can't see you because I didn't flip over the scene yet, so that's okay. So our first class is going to be working with this one right here, which we're going to be doing some sewing. As you can see, you got some wonderful needle and thread on there. We're going to be able to knock that out. It's going to be so easy, guys. It's pretty fun.
It just takes time.
All right. So with that being said, I'm going to change the cameras over to Carol now. And then Carol's going to go ahead, talk about what's in her kit and what we got to do. And then we're going to start diving in. So why don't we go ahead, and Carol, it is all yours.
Okay. So on your kit, I had a cold over the weekend, so you might hear me cough a little bit. It comes with a mandala die. It has pre-cut pieces, so you have a double stitch white rectangles, and then you got a smaller double stitch plaid rectangles. Some glitter paper, which you should die cut with the mandala. So when you take it out, you just need to cut this piece with the glitter, which is your background piece, on the bottom of the snowflake mandala, whatever you want to call it.
We do have a question right away.
Yes.
So Lee is asking, I've done my homework. What kind of needle do I need?
As long as your thread goes through the eye, and the eye is not bigger than the hole. So what I would do is, here is the die cut that I just did. I did it earlier. So make sure you go through your needle. Make sure it comes right through on the back and not getting caught. Like, it's not too big to make the hole bigger. So all you have to do is just test it. A needle, make sure your thread goes through the eye, and then the needle goes through the holes. Once you go through the hole, there's no problem. Then that's the needle you can use.
All right. Hey Sarah, how's it going? It's Brian here and Carol, so it's great to see that you finally got a chance to sit down and watch us do a live tonight. So Lee's coming back saying us that she's got it now. So
awesome.
All right, back to our program.
So I'm gonna do this part last because this is the easiest part. So you just basically use double-sided adhesive, attach it to the A2 card base, and then attach this on there. So we'll do it at the very end. And then you also get a couple sheets of the sentiments. I die cut mine out earlier, so I'm just gonna pick one off the pile. So that's this pile right here. And then you need a scissor, a little scissor, some liquid glue, just a little foam tape, because when you put these sentiments on the back, you want to use black foam tape. So just the black foam tape, and that's it. All right, we're gonna get started. So I had my needle already threaded. So basically you threaded it. You don't have to knot it or anything. You just make sure that your short end is a little longer, so you don't lose this end while you're sewing. See, can you see it? Yep. Right there. Just so that make sure this end is a little longer. So you don't have to knot it or anything, just because it's easier. And what I do is I flip it over of my die cut. So I always start in the middle. You can start pretty much anywhere, but I personally prefer to start in the middle on the back side. So you're gonna thread through the needle to the middle hole, and then you just pull it. I have mine really long because I don't want to switch over. I might have to switch over halfway through, but I don't want to switch over like 3 times.
What do you mean by switch over?
Because once you run out your thread, you're gonna have to start a new line. Once you run out, you're gonna have to start a new line. So this is the back side of my mandala. Okay, so you'll see the little tail on the back. So what I do is right now I'm gonna just put it down. I'm gonna use a little piece of Scotch tape. I don't know if you can see it.
There you go.
Right there. The end's right there. I'm gonna use a little piece of Scotch tape just to hold it down. Or you can use a score tape. I have a little piece of score tape right in front of me. So you just have to just tape it down so it doesn't get lost. And it doesn't matter because you can't see the tape through the hole anyway. So my tape is back here. Oh, you can see my tape. Yep. See the little tape. And you can't see the back side, so you could have some flaws if while you're sewing. So there's the middle. So what I'm gonna go is I'm just gonna pick one of the hole. So I'm just go down and pull my thread. Usually you do one circle at a time. So like this is one circle, this is the little circle, little one around it. So I do the middle one, and then I start going to the second level, and then the third level, and then at the end. So I usually kind of go around that way.
Oh, we got Bobby Jean joining us tonight.
Right.
Hey, Bobby, how's it going?
And then after that, now your thread's on the back, so you just jump through the next hole. You don't have to go back to the middle. You just could jump through the next hole just to cheat a little bit. And then now, there's the first loop. So basically now you're just going to repeat this process. So from the bottom, from the end here, you just go back to the middle.
Hi, Susie. Susie Cush is joining us tonight.
And then you just keep repeating the step.
So you go one time through every hole, but it goes back through the center?
It goes back to the center.
Excellent. Now, one of the things that I want to tell everyone too, remember, these are our classes. It is recorded and it's going to be saved on Facebook, and it's also going to be saved on YouTube. So if you guys run into trouble, stop, because you can always go back and watch the video a little later. Yep. So that's always the best part. And remember, what the best part about the video versus live, you get to see Carol make the mistakes. Video is you get to go back and rewind forward, so you always get to see it a little. So you always go back to the middle and then go underneath. Oh, catching my shoe. Underneath, and then you just kind of loop it. And since we are sewing on paper, you don't want to pull it too tight. Just enough pressure to keep it
to keep it intact. And then basically here's what I got so far. So I'm just gonna loop all the way around. I always go back to the middle. Always go back to the middle. And you should be able to loop around the whole thing through the middle. So you wouldn't have, it wouldn't get like too tight once you get, you know, once you loop it like 15 times because it is circular. Oh, I can't find the hole. There it is. Okay.
All right, so this is the opportunity, Carol. How did you come up with this card?
I saw these things. It was so cute. I saw the die, and then I thought, oh, wow, I could use, you know, I've never really sewn on paper before, you know, from card making. So I thought it would be a good idea to make something different because we always stamps and die cut and ink and coloring. And so I was thinking this may be a different idea that we can use within the crafting world since I can't sew on fabric or paper. I can't sew, so this is the only way I could sew on paper by hand.
Awesome. How you guys doing at home? It's kind of quiet now, so hopefully everyone's using some needle and thread right now. So
And the spool of thread is 100 yards. So if you kind of messed up, you don't have to worry about running out because it will last for a long time. It wouldn't be like, oh no, I don't have any more. Or, oh no, I screwed up and I wasted it and I have to get more. Trying to find, yep, there it is. So just keep going around the circular motion. And question. Anybody got any questions?
No, no questions so far.
Awesome.
And that means they're all working pretty hard. I would assume they would be working pretty hard.
Once you get a hang of it, it doesn't look as bad as it is. It does take some time because you're going through each circle through the thread, so it's not as quick as you die cut something, put it together, lick and stick or stamp it.
This is looking really good. So is this something that you think anyone can do, or what's the skill level on a card like this?
It doesn't require a lot of skills, really. It's just getting a hang of how you want to build your circle. You don't have to build it the way I build it. You can always jump from line to line to line, or just around it. I did it this way. I just think that building it this way, it really makes it pop.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm really excited to see how that's coming along there.
So here's my first circle. So you could
Go ahead right here.
see.
So we'll just kind of hold. Here you go. I'll just take this really quick. And
It's hard to find a.
I lost it all. I lost it. Where'd it go? Here we go. Just
Here. So I don't know if you can see it.
down.
Down, right there. So I did the first circle, and now my thread is on the back. You can see it? Yeah, there you go. You can see it. So it's Penny. Penny's online.
Hey, Penny.
So
Penny Cart.
I did the first circle, so I'm on the back. So now I just need to jump to the second layer. So like these smaller circle. So I'm just gonna pick one. It there's no order that you have to go in any specific ones. You could just go to any one. So whatever I'm the closest, I'll just go to. So I'm just gonna pick. So this is the back side of my my die cut. So I'm just gonna go right here. Comes right up. And then I'm just gonna pick the middle again. So you always work within that circle. You go back to the middle. Oh, I lost my thread. It fell off. All right, just have to.
A little technical difficulties here.
Nope, it came off. So let me just thread it back in there.
So Lee asked the question. She wants to know, how did Craft Fancy begin? So
Craft Fancy began as I was working my real job.
what was your real job?
I work. I went to school as a computer science degree in Chicago. I then went to school for my master's, and then I was like, I like computer, so I did that for a long time. And then I decided after 20 years working in IT, I was all stressed out with being on call. I'm always work on the weekends. I'm always work on the holidays because all the stuff that needs to get done is never during business hours.
Yeah,
It's
working
always after hours. It's always on the weekends, late at night. And I have to be on call, so I got tired of being on call. And I used to be on call a lot. All right, so let me continue. So let me just keep sewing, and I'll tell you the rest of the story. So I put my thread back into the needle. So you always have to go back to the middle. So I'm on this little circle. I go back to the middle. And then there's the first loop. Then I just go to the second hole. Always goes back to the middle. It's just like kind of repetition. Go back to the middle. There's a second. So I work for a lot of different companies. I work for, who did I work for?
I met you when you were working for Pepsi. Didn't you work
I used to work for PepsiCo. I used to work for Lockheed Martin out of Washington, D.C. They had an office down here, so I used to work for them. I worked for Blue Cross for a little bit.
Weren't you with the school district?
I worked for the Chicago Public School for a little bit. So I got tired of being on call. So I know what I could do. I could start my own business. Before I even have that idea, I don't know, you all know about archivers, right? Everybody knows about archivers.
I never heard of them before.
They started their little business in the Chicago area. So I want to get a job. I want to get a part-time job while I was working my full-time. I want to get a part-time job, and I was like, I could go learn everything that I need to learn to start my own business. So I worked for archivers for about 2 years part-time. So I worked like evenings, like a couple evenings a week and on the weekends. And then I could use this employee discount because I always buy a lot of junk. So I did that for 2 years, and then after that I said, I could start my own business. So I was looking for space to start a scrapbooking store. I couldn't find anything. It took me a long time to find this store. So I did that, and then I found the space. I did the build out. I had my friend help me with the build out. Okay, so I just finished the second loop, second circle. You see it? Second circle, right there. That's the second one. So I'm gonna just go around the second level, just around it. So I'm just gonna pick the next one over, and then we'll just keep going with it. Actually, I'm gonna pick this little guy right here. So I'm gonna jump all the way around. So this guy, I'm gonna go to this guy. Just pick the circle right next to your circle that you're working on.
You can bring it back some.
Hmm?
You can bring it back. You're out of the screen.
Oh.
No. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm right here.
Yeah, talk to me.
I'm right here.
Yeah, but.
So I just finished this circle.
Back, center.
And then I'm just gonna jump to this circle, because it's the closest hole. And if I go across over here, this little gap here will see your thread. So I'm gonna go down here, and then I will go back here, and I'll go back here. So it's kind of like a zigzag. So I'm gonna be on right there.
So Kathy Wolvertine is asking, are there extra kits available in the store, and how
Yes.
much?
There are extra kits available, and the kit is, I think it's 32, 33.
I would have to.
It's here, so Oops, I did a boo-boo. So I need to go to the middle.
It's $32. It is $32.
And then I'm going to the next. Again, once you find your next circle you're going to work on, you go through the same process of always go back to the middle hole. Again, and then my back is like that, so it doesn't, if you have a little flaws, it doesn't matter because you can't see your back. So as long as the front, it's perfect. And if you screwed up, there's always a fix, so don't worry about like if you miss something or you miss kind of keep track on it. If you miss a hole or you jump or something happen, there's always a fix for it, so I wouldn't too worry about it.
Awesome. So you were talking about how Craft Fancy started?
Yeah, and then I found this space. It took me and my friends. I didn't pay anybody to build it out. We did it ourselves. Like from not knowing how to build construction, how to lay floor, how to paint, and how it's crazy.
Oh yeah, I know that.
That's how I met Brian. He was the electrical contractor for the space that I rented. So that's how I met him.
Yep. Oh, I remember those days. Oh my gosh. I can. Those days were crazy. So what I remembered, it was like people were just painting all over the place. People were just trying to build things up and stuff. I still had a lot of my electrical scaffolding in here, and they're asking, "Can we use your scaffolding to paint?" I was like, "Yeah, no problem. You guys can do that."
Because the ceiling in this store is 12 feet tall, so we can't paint.
Yeah,
We don't have the ladder or nothing.
So they don't have no tools to get you up to 12 foot high. So that's just how it just worked out. It was kind of funny, but now they'd probably be professionals because you can just watch a weekend show and be able to and do it. So let's see where we at. It's such a great space you did yourself. Yes, thanks, Lee.
We know nothing. We have no clue. Like literally, we have no idea what we were doing. I didn't know. What do you think? What do you think? We just asked everybody, and what do you think? And I started the space. I started the business 2008, in March of 2008. We opened in June, and I walked right into the bubble. I don't know if everybody remember. 2008, at the end of 2008 and 2009, we had the bubble with the recession. And everybody say, "You're crazy. You're gonna close." Um, that's what I was told. A lot of customer came and say, "You open a business now, you're gonna be closing, because there's no way you could stay in business." I'm like, "Well, let's see."
13 years, right? This is our 13th
This
year.
is our 2000. We're gonna walk into the 14 year next year.
14, yeah.
So I finished. So I'm on the middle. I went here. I jumped to the little circle. Now I'm on this circle. So I just finished that. So I'm gonna go through. I'm basically gonna go to the closest circle all the way around. So I'm on the little circle right now.
So Sarah Raymond says, I love your story. Shows how a man can be supportive of a woman in business. And Sarah, just hold on. Let me get on there again. Let's see if we can do this. Hold on. Yeah, I just when when you're in a relationship, and it doesn't matter what kind of relationship you're in or with who. I always took it as you're as a team, and there's no man, there's no woman. You guys, we work together, and you work together as a team. And Carol and I are a team, and it doesn't matter what we do or how we do it, as long as we work together. Again, at home, Carol does a lot of the crafting. I'll do a lot of the cooking. I'll do a lot of the cleaning just to stay on top of it. Because if not, then someone's got to do it. It's all that. If the tire's out of air in the car, guess who fills up the tire? Sometimes Carol. So. Am I lying?
Nope.
If I'm lying, I'm dying. So it's teamwork. It's always a teamwork. It doesn't matter. I always I don't always say who loves me is who puts up with most of my crap most of the time. That's what love is all about. So it's always about teamwork. And even here doing this stuff right now, it's all teamwork. Even with you guys, I love it. So thank you so much for being able to say those kind words like that. We really appreciate it. Kathy Wolvertine saying, I'm so grateful to have the best store right in my backyard. Yes. And, thank goodness we're still here, Kathy. So knock on some wood or keep your fingers crossed. Uh, I definitely see some inflation coming up around the corner with everything going on. So I don't know what next year's going to bring, but I just treat everything as one day at a time. I know we keep looking at it. We keep trying to do what we can to keep all our pricing down so you guys can do it.
Yep.
So,
And then with the new variant, they just talked about this
oh
today
yeah,
about in San Francisco. So we don't know how is that gonna affect anything. I have no idea. But it seems like people are getting very skittish um oops, about what's happening. Oh no, I did something here. I did a boo boo, so I gotta figure it out.
yes. Penny says it's unbelievable. Unbelievable that I'm such a great guy. Is that it, Penny?
Ah, ha,
Huh?
ha, ha, ha.
So, uh,
All right, so I'm done with this little guy. Now I'm gonna jump back to this circle.
there's
So you
a
just kind of get an idea of how you just keep looping until you run out of threads, and then you just tie it up on the back, knot it up really nice, um, and then start a new one until you finish.
So
That's
yeah, so
pretty
Penny was
much it.
saying there's a COVID breakout at the my new job. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so and that's what it kind of happens too. That happened with me a few weeks back. Being I was working in the trades, and a one of my fellow electricians caught his kids got it, and he he ended up catching it, but he must have caught it over the weekend. And so I didn't. I had limited exposure, but I still had to isolate myself. And then I took a lot of tests.
And you took a test. You took tests
I,
too,
I took
more
a
than
bunch of
one.
tests, and then yeah, so that kind of just puts everything to a halt. I did not get it, so I have not had it yet. So I've been very very fortunate. I always say not if I get it. It's one of
When you
those
gonna get
when
it?
you gonna get it.
And then I thought I got it last week because I had a cold. I have a cough, and then I was like, oh no, I have COVID. And then I was like, no, I don't think I have COVID. I don't feel like I didn't lose my taste or I didn't lose my smell. I didn't have a fever. But then I took a test and then say, nope, negative.
I don't think you had any taste because you've been with me now for a long time.
Ha ha ha, you're funny. So I took, it actually just kicked in like on Friday. Really, it was really bad on like Thursday and Friday, right on Thanksgiving Day. So I was like, oh my god, it was bad. I was just really coughing a lot, and then I was like, I don't know what it was. So like the whole weekend, I just kind of drugged myself up to take a lot of the medicines. After all, there was no COVID. So all right, I'm done with that one. So I'm gonna go through right there.
All right, you
So,
keep on going.
so you're just gonna keep circulating until you're done.
So, oh, we got Lee, man. Lee's asking the questions tonight.
Uh oh.
She says, Brian, how did you get so crafty?
I think you were always
I
crafty.
was always crafty. Here's my story on my crafts. So, obviously, going way back, we're going way back to 1980s.
Oh my god.
I wasn't much of a student in school, so when I wasn't very good. I wasn't one of those stellar students, if you will. I was believe it or not, I was kind of the jock type. Baseball, football, wrestling, and I really thought, why do I gotta learn and study and do stuff? So I majored in high school in shop, and I majored in home ec because I figured a guy like me I was probably going to end up on my own anyway, so I figured I better learn how to cook and sew and do things. And then I took a lot of art classes too because I just something about art when I worked with art that you were able to sit down, you were able to relax and just really just kind of get into a zone. And I worked with clays and pastels, or not pastels, but the coloring pastels. Yeah, that's it. Uh, and again, you learn stuff in art class, which I never thought, me learning the color wheel back in 1980 something, that I would actually come back. And when I met Carol, again, she was opening up this craft store, and I'm like, what is this craft store all about? I was like,
He was like,
what is
she's
this stuff?
crazy.
She's nuts, man. I was like, what is
Even
this?
your cousin, you're working with your cousin.
Yeah, I had my cousin Vinny that was working with me, and yeah, my cousin Vinny was kind of like, I don't understand this story, but this girl keeps looking at you, and then even my brother-in-law that was kept saying, he's like, man, this girl's really talking to you and stuff, and I was like, what are you talking
Well,
about?
not at
She's
the
into you.
beginning.
Not at the
At
she
the
was yelling at
beginning,
the
I was
beginning.
yelling at him like,
Yeah.
"This is all wrong.
This
The
isn't-
lights are wrong.
The light's not working right. The lighting's not colored right because it's too soft for the paper. And I want to see this color. And I was like, holy cow! I was like, wow, someone that actually knew Kelvin's. So.
And then the track light was wrong. I was like, no.
Oh yeah, she was
way.
yelling about that too. So yeah, my cousin Vinny. That's right. Everyone's got a cousin Vinny. I got a cousin Vinny too. So and we always make fun of him about that. Uh, so anyway, going back to the high school thing, so I obviously learning how to cook and sew and do all those things, which I really enjoy doing. But I also, uh, really took a liking to art, although I knew I couldn't make a career at liking art. So it kind of all fell on the downside. But when I met Carol and then we got involved romantically, that 2008, my business kind of took a hit. I took a hit around 2010, so I was off work for a little while, and it was great. Those first couple days that I was off, I get to stay at home. It was like a vacation, and then I'm the type of guy. By the fourth day already, that was it. I'm nuts, man. I got to do something. So she's like, "Go hang out at the store with me." So I started going there, and then I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And oh, this is a die cut machine. You say it's a machine, So I was able to start I started learning to do the die cutting a little and then the blending. Actually, I started working with the Copic markers right away. And I think I actually kind of shocked Carol that I knew how to kind of start blending a little and stuff. She showed me what the basics were, how to work it.
I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, she's like, how you doing? What are you doing here?
How did you know that?
Yeah, so I was able to start blending the Copics fairly easy and stuff.
And
so.
you did airbrush?
Oh, the airbrushing? Yeah, that's right. I did some airbrushing. I really enjoyed doing the airbrushing. That went back to like my auto body days when I was just out of high school, uh, doing all the little airbrushing and stroking and stuff like that. But that was really a really lot of fun. A lot of that came back to me, and then again, I just kind of learned some new stuff as well. And then doing the big shows, I got into a situation where someone had to start teaching, and I was a little nervous at first. So I started with something simple, and then I just kind of went from there. And it was foiling, and to this day, man, I still love foiling. It's really fun. It's easy to do, and it's that time of year for foiling too. Maybe we can do some foiling in the next week or so.
Yeah.
But do we still got those specials on the Gina K,
those tags? Yeah, we still have them.
Oh my gosh, guys, the Gina K tags. They're still $1, I think, aren't they?
Yep. We have we just finished them all up. We just cut them all up. We have a bunch of them.
Oh,
just
so you
added.
restocked everything. So
yeah, because we want to get them out.
Yes.
This is the time of the year.
Yeah, so that's definitely, yeah. So guys, they're out there. Take a look at that. You know what? We'll throw some stuff up there on there so you guys can take a look at that too. So Penny Clark's telling us too that I took that class at the expo, and you even sold me a laminator. All right, I sold a laminator. So thanks,
Yep.
Penny. I'm glad you took class with
Those
us.
seem so long ago.
I know. That was eons ago. So, and then yeah, those were the good days. So, speaking of expo, so again, I just want to let everyone know that this year I don't think it's going to work out that we're going to the expo shows. So we will be
We'll just do our own thing.
We're going to be doing our pop-ups, and then also too, you can always see us at the CKC show. So
Yep.
you guys can always be there to see us with that. So, oh, look at that! Kathy Wolverton took the foiling class too. Awesome, thank you, Kathy. I really you took the foiling class with me, and you're still watching me. So I must have did something right. I didn't.
She was like, "Oh my God, this guy talks so much. He won't quit." I don't know. I never was in your class, so I have no idea what you talk about.
Oh yeah, we talk about everything in the class. So it was always fun in class. Lee says she brought those last time you talked about the tags, and now I don't remember how. Don't worry, maybe we'll show you again. Maybe next Wednesday we'll show you a little at the end or something.
Yeah.
Penny says I actually have the video of Carol teaching the class how to tie a bow.
Oh, I
around your
did
fingers.
that with the fingers.
Yes.
That was funny. That was funny. That
Awesome.
seems so long.
I know, doesn't it? It's like I remember it like it's today, but it just seems like it was yesterday.
It seems like today. It seems like yesterday, but it seems still so far away, or I don't know.
Yep. So I do have some new people that have been joining us, a little jumping in and out. So I do want to welcome everyone that just kind of joined us. We are doing the sparkling Mandala
We're stitching
cards, and today we're doing the stitching on the card, which is it takes a little time for this. This is a 2-week class, so we're doing a kit today and a kit tomorrow, a kit next Wednesday. So a card today and a card next week. So if you guys are joining us,
I did it again.
wait, you got to do that do it on the camera so everyone can see how you're
Okay.
messing up. That's
I
why
did
they're
it
tuning in.
again,
They're not
'cause
watching for perfection. They're watching to see if you're real.
My thread came out.
Awesome. So Wendy Little says you guys make a great team. Well, thank you, Wendy. And then Penny.
I miss you in Idaho, Wendy. The show's not there anymore.
Oh, I know. I would like to go out to Idaho. Actually, you said you really
I like
it.
Idaho area because there's not a lot of traffic, and it's not as cold as Chicago. It's warmer over there.
We are. I think we're trying to get out to the West Coast too this year.
I am. I know there's a couple hotel out there that has ballrooms. There's an embassy suite nearby that has a ballroom. I talked to somebody there, and they never called me back.
That's the hardest part. Again, we're trying
You're
to do
playing a
these
lot of phone
pop-ups.
tag, and they don't call you back. They don't think you're serious.
I think that's the biggest thing is people don't take you seriously at all. They think like what, or they don't understand what you're trying to do. So Penny Clark's saying, "Come do the pop up in New Jersey." Yes, we're going to be on the East Coast. So
I like East Coast.
again, we're trying to do our setups now, which is a lot tougher around the holidays than what I thought it was going to be.
Because everyone's out on vacation, or they don't call you back, or you never get a person, or you email them and they don't answer you. It's you have to catch that right time. Like it's all timing. You have to get that person when they're in the office, or when they're answering the phone, or they're actually returning your mail. It's a pain, but we are gonna do that.
Awesome. So how you doing there, Carol?
I'm good.
Talk
I'm
to us.
actually almost done.
Maybe show it up a little to the.
All right, let me finish this circle.
Yeah. Finish that circle, and then let's take a look and see how we're doing. Let's see if our class approves.
I'm almost done with this circle. Actually, it wasn't as bad as long as I thought. It took me longer when I was doing it at home because I was watching TV at the same time.
What, you were watching me?
Nope, TV.
Oh, TV.
All right, so I'm done.
Again, you're right there. Just
Okay,
stay there.
so I'm done on almost every little circle except this one right here. So I'm all done here.
All right.
So I'm gonna go right here. Once I go right there, then I'm gonna go to the bottom part of the tip.
Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can just kind of hold that up a little. So can you guys see that there? Everything's filling in really nice. It's looking really good. So
I'm gonna go right to this part. And if your thread show on the back, like if you did a boo-boo, it's not noticeable once you glue it down because it's kind of dense with the the pattern. So if you made a mistake, it's not noticeable. So I wouldn't worry too much. And again, this is all handmade, so it's not gonna be perfect. It's as perfect as you could get it. So it's not gonna be like printed card, like Hallmark card. It's not gonna be perfect.
So I got a question for everyone that can type at least. How you guys doing on your Christmas cards? Are your Christmas cards out there?
Should ask how was the Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too. Oh, we got Teresa K. Brooks. Hello from Texas. Just joining. I like this technique. Therapeutic.
It is.
Thanks, Teresa. Thanks for joining us for the Sparkling Mandala card class. It's a 2-week class, like I was saying a little earlier. And what it is this week we're doing the sewing. We're gonna work with our first card, and then next week we're gonna pop up with the second card. So, and kits are still available at the Craft Fancy.
Okay, so I finished. Can you see it?
Right there.
Right there. So I finished all the little circle all the way around. Now I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge, the holes on the edge. So it's all on the edges, right? So now I am on the back of my die. So I need to go to this hole, or I can go to this hole, because you want to go here and then start threading these. So I'm gonna go.
Let's get that card out of the way because they're having a hard time seeing on the background.
So so I'm gonna go here. So on the back side, so whatever on the back side is right there. So I'm gonna go right there in the middle, this hole. Okay, you could see a little bit of the thread, but it's not noticeable again. And you just go right there in the middle. Oh no.
Can you pull it? No, just
there.
No, right here.
Oh, right
there you go. Now they can see it a little better. Perfect.
Oh, here, my hand's in the way. So I was on the back, and I just jumped over to this middle hole to finish these stitching. So I'm gonna go from here to the first hole, and then I'm just gonna jump right next to it so I could come back up. So I could come back up to the middle again. And then it's the same process. Go back to the middle from the edge.
Awesome.
Just keep repeating that.
You're making it look easy. So you're just gonna fill in the outer.
Yep, the outer edge.
Outer edge right now.
Yep.
Okay. All right, that's looking good. So Penny's saying that she's running my own scrapbook day, 12/11, and teaching people / seniors to make Christmas cards.
Awesome.
Way to go, Penny. How's everyone's turkey day? Did you have turkey? Were you able to get it? Or did you pass on the turkey? Kim Jasper's joining us from Delaware. Hey, Kim, how's it going?
All right, so I finished one outer sewing, and I know I can see my thread is running low. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knot it now on the back. So this is the back. This is my threads coming out from the back, and this is the front. So I'm gonna make a knot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use, I still have a little bit left. So I'm gonna use the needle. I'm gonna just run it underneath on one of the existing, I'm just gonna run it underneath it. Basically just kind of like you're sewing your clothes. And then pull that part out. Okay, I did it one loop. I'm gonna do one more loop. I'm gonna do one more loop just to make sure that it doesn't get loosened. I'm gonna run it underneath it.
So Kathy is telling us that I used to do cross stitch and the back got ugly, but the front was beautiful.
Yep. So this is my front. This is my back. It does get a little messy in the back, but it's not like you can't, you can't, anyone's gonna see it. So I loop it twice, and then I'm gonna just knot it. Just gonna knot it, because we will use some glue on the back when we're done to adhere it on the glitter paper. So if you have if you're nervous about it coming undone, don't worry about it. It's not gonna happen. Just gonna cut a little bit of the excess off.
Kim is telling us you're doing great, love watching and taking part in all the crafty ideas.
And then, in the worst case, if you really get nervous, put a little score tape on the back. And with a nodis, just put a little score tape, because you're not gonna see it. It's clear. So we'll just cut this little bit off as well. It's a little tail was hanging. Okay, so that's a portion of it, because my thread wasn't long enough to finish the whole thing. And then I'm gonna just use the second one that I already made up earlier. Trying to cut. Okay. Don't want to lose the needle. All right, so I'm on the second one. I'm just gonna continue on. So like, I finished this part. I'm gonna go here, go right there in the middle, and then continue on this side, so I can go all the way around. So again, start from the back side. Put a little tape just to make sure the tail doesn't get loose. Right there. You got a little bit sticking out, it's okay, we just cut it.
Now, if people wanted to get a little crafty at home, because these are their cards, right? They could use a different kind of thread in there.
Yep, they could use gold. They make gold. They make white, green, red, or you could mix different colors. So your middle could be like red, or on the outside you could make it green, more holiday-y. So I'm gonna just go from the outer.
What I was even thinking is like you could skip every other hole.
Yep.
And then do one color, and then come back with the other color and do the opposites then.
Yep.
And you get multi-colors in there.
Yep, so you could do that too.
Yeah, crafty goodness. There you go.
Just make sure that your pattern is symmetrical. Otherwise they will get dizzy.
It'll look like a kaleidoscope. You remember those? Did you remember those kaleidoscopes?
I remember those.
Where you stick your eyeball in there and then,
yep,
and then spin it around?
And then it changes different shapes or whatever.
Yep.
Whatever glass. Is it glass inside? I don't remember.
No, it was like prisms or something like that. So that's where now I remember where all my craftiness came from. Lee, it's me playing the light bright. Did you have a light bright?
No.
Okay, do you guys remember what light bright was? Do you guys remember what light bright? Light bright used to be it was a box that had a big light bulb in it, and then you would put in this you'd have a black diagram that you would put in there, and then you would take these color pegs and then you'd pop them through the holes and then create like a little image. Yeah, light bright.
Nope, I don't have that.
That was the toy of the 70s. Every kid had to have a light bright.
Don't remember it. Oh my God.
But my problem is I don't think anyone's going to remember the light brights here. Ah, there we go. I knew they were coming in. Kathy loved the light bright, and Vicky's saying that, and oh, look at all the comments rolling in now, and we got them. We got them. Vicky says, I still have a light bright. Winnie Little remembers a light bright. Yes, see the light bright, man. Oh yeah, that's awesome, guys. See, all right, it's good time, man. I just gave one to my grandbabies. Do they
still make them?
They still make them then, or did you? Is it a hand-me-down, Kim? Kim says that she just gave one to my grandbabies, and I was just wondering if that was it. Those were the cool tools. That's how everyone got started. Yeah, see everyone's chiming in on Light Bright. So see all the cool stuff.
The light right.
You must have
I
been.
must not be cool.
Well, also on it when you were born in Hong Kong, weren't you?
Yes, I was born in Hong Kong, but I didn't move here until I was like 10.
Yeah, so you missed all those early.
Yes. All right, so I'm on the second one.
There was another one that I loved too, and I don't remember it. Oh, so Lee's asking here, how did you hop over to the next one?
So I just went, okay, so are you on the outer? If you're on the outer, so what I do is, here, I just finished this outer, right? So I'm at this end here, I loop back to the middle, so I need to go here. So I basically just jump across from this point to this point, from the back side, come up, because you won't see the thread, because the thread is kind of like right underneath here. And then I just start from the outer hole.
She said yes, outer.
Outer, yep. Just jump across always go back to the middle. That would help to avoid showing the thread, under the bigger space. Oh, I did a boo-boo. I know what I did. Here. Let me go back. I gotta go back to the middle. See, I forget to. Always goes back to the middle.
I remember that's what I was trying to think about. Sarah just mentioned the spirograph.
Oh, I remember those.
Yes, the spirograph, man. I remember those too. I used to play with those for hours. Or you put the circle down with
Yep,
the
and
little
then you
one, and
just
then you
spin.
would make the designs.
Yep.
Boy, that was crafted made easy. I wish I could come up with a crafty tool like that, man. We can make our own special cards on the spirographs. I
It's like a
could
die. You could make a die out of it.
probably could. Then I'd be rich, and then I could just sit and
Yeah, right.
drink beer all day and relax.
You're not gonna be rich.
Not?
Yeah.
Oh boy. There's always hope for me though.
Yep.
So, and then I know everyone had one of these too. It was the very first computer that anyone ever had. It had a big red frame with two white knobs on the right and left side at the bottom. And when you messed up, you just shake it, and then all your problems go away. It was called the Etch-a-Sketch. Did you have an Etch-a-Sketch,
I don't
Carol?
have that.
Oh my gosh, Carol didn't have an Etch-a-Sketch?
No.
Oh, it was
Nope.
Etch-a-Sketch was like one of those. That was definitely the toy of toys.
Nope. Don't have that.
See, here they come, Etch-a-Sketch, Etch-a-Sketch. They have that also. Yes. Oh yeah, those are the best ones. Now they have Game Boys and all kinds of stuff, man. I remember my mom and dad would be, go sit over there and play with the Etch-a-Sketch.
I remember the Game Boy.
Game Boy. They're a lot of fun there. You guys hanging tough out there? How you guys doing? The ones that are doing the project. I hope you guys are having fun.
We can put you to sleep.
The spirograph dies could be a lot of fun. Yeah, they really could. I really enjoyed all those. My problem is even like a card. My problem is sometimes you do too much. You got to know when to stop, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna do just another one, and then I would always ruin it.
Yep.
Then I'd run to my grandma and go, Grandma, look what I made for you. And she'd like, oh, that's awesome. And then she'd put it on the refrigerator and then cut me some pound cake.
Yeah, I heard that story.
Oh, yeah. I always liked my pound cake. And no one cut pound cake like Grandma. She'd cut it and then put it in the little squares with me so I could eat it, so it was a bite size. Then my mom would come and yell and say that I was getting spoiled. We look at this. Yep, pretty much. We got a new etch a sketch from Santa every year. Probably because you dropped it and broke it. And that's what happened to mine all the time too. Look at that. Wow. Well, I want to thank you for doing cards and flashback memories with Brian and Carol tonight.
It sounds like we're old.
I know.
We sound like old people.
Yes, I know. So Kim is saying that they make a little one that is a keychain. Wow, really? Well, that's awesome. They make a little one that's.
I think now you're gonna go get it.
I might have to look for that. Yeah, I gotta do something during the day. When the people are like, "Hey, are you working? Are you doing work for me or electrical work?" And I'm down playing the Etch a Sketch.
And drinking beer.
Only here. Only here. It was a tough day, so and my throat was very dry from all the talking, so I had to get a refresher. What do you guys? What's in your cup tonight? I haven't asked that in a long time, man. Sometimes I got to go back to basics. What's in your cup, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh no, I got caught. Fixed it. Yay. All right, I'm almost on my last outer pattern.
Okay.
Almost. I'm on the second to the last.
Staying focused.
Yes.
Oh, Diet Coke. Lee's got the Diet Coke going tonight. Diet Coke. It ain't no joke.
When I used to work at Pepsi, that's the 4-letter word we can't talk about.
Yes, I remember that.
You get in trouble if you go to get drive-through at McDonald's, and you better not bring that drink into the office.
Oh, Kathy Wolverton's doing the Arnold Palmer.
Ooh, I like that.
Carol likes the Arnold's too.
I don't think I have enough to finish.
Yep. He's saying, "Oh, I bet." That's right, man. Those competitors, they
It was
get pretty.
bad. Oh, someone get in trouble all the time. I never got in trouble because I was smart enough to hide it. I was smart enough to hide it, or pour it out and put another cup in there.
Oh, it's my old girlfriend Sherry's joining us. Hey,
Sherry's on
Sherry. Sherry used to work with Scrap That for anyone that's out there. So Sherry's tuning in tonight. Hey, how you doing, Sherry?
How's Texas?
Hey, Sherry, how you doing? I missed you. Hey, get all this tonight. You get to look at me.
Oh my good God.
Oh, I guess I didn't push the right button. Sorry. Guess I'm still not pushing the right button.
Are you drinking too much already?
I guess so.
All right.
Your love is so intoxicating.
Yeah, you're funny.
So she's saying you're doing good, and she misses you guys, which would be us.
Yeah.
It would be us. So.
All right.
So how you doing?
I ran low. I ran low again, so I need to start a new one. I'm on the outer. I have one left that I haven't finished. So I have this one little bit, but of course I didn't take enough thread, so I need to thread it one more time.
All right. So what I'm going to do while she's doing that, I'm going to just kind of take this. Let's see if we can't hold that up a little better, so everyone can kind of see what we're doing there. So what we did today is we were able to do all the sewing, the stitching together, and then we're going to be able to make the back card. Here's the back side of the card. So
it's look a little messy, but
it looks messy, but
you
don't
don't
worry
see it.
about it. This is the side that you see.
Yep.
All
So
right.
I'm back on the last hole. Let's get a piece of tape ready. And I'm going to use liquid adhesive to adhere it on the glitter background, just because the liquid helps to hold the threads down in case you know, one of them gets loosened or something.
Lee's saying good, she can catch up now. Well, I hope you're not too far behind. And don't rush. Don't rush.
There's no reason to rush. You can always watch the video if you run into an issue. See, I just hit it. Then I will keep going.
That's it. I imagine though it's kind of tough on their side too because people are writing comments and then they're
they're sewing,
and they're trying to do that. Don't worry about it. We're not. I'm not in a rush tonight. That's why we wanted to do this on Wednesday night. It's a nice quiet night.
It's after dinner.
Yep. Lee's saying she's good. So what do you guys like Wednesday nights? You think we should keep doing some classes on Wednesday nights?
We could do some classes. We could do some I don't know, some demo.
Yeah, no, I can demo stuff. We can do classes. I can do stuff we can just start doing stuff different every Wednesday night. That's if people want to see us.
Talk about nothing.
When Brian's on, he's always talking about something. When Brian talks, people listen.
Good.
That's like, I'm like E.F. Hutton. Do you remember E.F. Hutton?
No.
You don't remember E.F. Hutton? Oh my gosh. When E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. It was like a bunch of TV commercials.
It's like a TV thing.
Yep. See, there we go. We got some more yeses. Yes. Awesome. All right. That's good. Well, then we'll keep going with the Wednesday stuff.
All right.
Do. We got them all. Look at that. Teresa, Kathy, Wendy's saying all yes.
I got them all.
That's good. All right. So we got that.
Let me finish.
We got going. All right. So here's a question. Again, just being craft fancy, and I always like to ask that question. Where did you think you got your best Black Friday, Saturday,
Steal.
Cyber Monday steal from?
What you guys buy?
What did you guys get, and where did you get it from? That's what I'm curious to know. I'm not. Remember, I'm Brian from Craft Fancy, so
There's
I don't
no
get
right or wrong answer.
I don't get into the. Well, I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable saying I bought something from a competitor. Okay. I don't care about any of that. Just tell me where do you think the best deal was that you got all weekend long in the for the crafts?
For anything, actually.
Yeah, or anything. Open it up, anything.
Maybe I missed out.
Sherry's telling us she loves the technique.
Sherry, did you buy anything for Black Friday?
I know, Sherry.
Did you work all weekend?
Kim's saying that's looking great, Carol.
I'm just nodding it now. Oh, I got caught. I bought something on thing. I bought something for Black Friday that I didn't tell you.
For me?
Nope, for me.
Oh. What do we got here? I got some comments rolling in now all of a sudden. All right, so I got Teresa saying I was lazy and shopped Amazon. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
Kathy Wolverine hit the Elizabeth Craft.
Awesome.
They had a bunch of $1 items.
Yay!
Oh man, that's a steal there. Sherry said I worked all weekend.
Oof.
Kim saying she bought the Gemini cutting machine Cyber online at Joann's.
Awesome.
And Wendy Little saying hopefully in a few weeks I'll have my boxes unpacked since I moved.
Oh.
And I didn't shop on Black Friday. I was unpacking.
Moving's not fun.
No.
Okay, so it's all done.
And Lee hit Craft Fancy and Crazy Creations.
This is all done. So you can see the back. It's a little messy, but
go.
it's okay. So you're gonna kind of line it up, make sure that everything looks clean.
And that's on the glitter paper.
It's
now,
on the
right?
white glitter, so
it's not really showing up on the camera too much.
You should see. Oh, right here. It's hard to see it, but it's because it's glittery. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this back. I'm gonna use the Connect glue. I'm just gonna put it on. I sporadically put them. Like I will put a little.
There you go. Maybe we can do that on the. Can you do that on the split screen a little more so they can see that?
Right
there
there?
you go. Yeah.
I'll put a little bit there. I'll put a little bit there. A little bit there. because I want to make sure that it grabs on the back and it dries clear. So this Connect glue is like blowing up. And that's the one that Kathy used last time, and she was the whole big drop got on the.
When she was working with the normies.
Yeah. Just want to get a little bit under. All right, so I got those. Let me put this thing upside down. All right, so I'm going to flip it back. Just going to line up the background.
You can pull it down a little just so they can see it. There you go. Perfect. You're right there. I like it.
Just kind of make it grab, because usually if you adhere on the glitter paper, double-sided adhesive doesn't usually stick that well because it's just a glitter surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it upside down. I need something.
Or do you need something
heavy?
Heavier than that?
I'm going to put it on the side.
You want something heavier? Because if you need something heavier, I'll go get you a full bottle.
No, it's not sticking. I didn't put enough glue. I'm going to put more. Just going to put. The glitter is just, you want to make sure it grabs on the back of it.
We also got a HP laptop 2-pack from HSN.
Wow. I'm looking for a new laptop too.
Oh, she's out. Lee's saying, gotta go. Thanks. I'll see you guys on Saturday for Oak.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, Lee. We'll see you later. It's, what is it, Wednesday night, so she's got to watch Tough as Nails on CBS right now.
Oh, I know. That's a good show. You watch that too.
I love watching that show. All right. Well, we lost one, but we still have a bunch. So Lee's moving on, and that's okay. She got the video to wrap it up with. And
I'm going to just put it over here.
We got
And
everybody
put
else.
something heavy over it. Right there. Okay. So with that getting here, we're just going to build a background of the card. So I'm going to use my ATG. I see it. On here. I like the double stitch edges to make it not boring. And I'm gonna adhere this onto my A2 card base. Fits perfectly.
So Sherry's saying that her husband Matt forgot that it was on Tough as Nails. Lee said that she loves that show. I answered back to her saying I wanted to be on that show, and then Kathy Wolvertine says, "Who do you want to win the Tough as Nails one?"
I haven't watched it this season.
I've been watching it. I don't know all the names, but I just kind of keep watching every week just to tune in. I like everyone there. I wish everyone could win, but I know there can only be.
That's
one
the hard
winner.
part, is everybody deserves to win, and there's only one winner.
Right. There's one lady though, and I forgot what she does. I think she was on with Dirty Hands, and I think it was she's like a steel worker or something. She got some awesome biceps, man. She got some awesome arms. So I think I keep kind of looking at her to win all the time. So it's pretty good. All right, who else do we got? Sarah's saying here, I was supposed to see a friend sing tonight with a group of people. I really didn't want to go since I work tomorrow. Lots of laugh. Can I just tell them Brian and Carol dropped in? Sorry, I missed it. Absolutely, all the time. You can just say that. I had some unexpected visitors and I couldn't walk away. So you're all good there, Sarah. And then Kathy's saying, yeah, it's a good group of people. Hard to pick a favorite, isn't it? It always is. I always like that too. You know, again, maybe it's just because I'm an electrician, but I always go and it's like it's the real people that's a show of real people.
It's like everybody deserves to win, but you can't. It's just not like that, I guess. Just like Saturday when we do the raffles.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like, yes, everyone's a winner, but I'm like, I can't do that. All right.
So what are we doing now?
I'm just putting the little sentiment on the bottom.
Which one did you choose?
I use sending holiday cheer.
Sending holiday cheer. All right, but you're not on. You're not on.
Here you go.
I gotta back out a little.
You zoom in too close.
I guess I did. There we go. Now, do you put like just 2 pop dots on, or
No, I put like 5.
5?
Yeah, I put 5.
5. Is Craft Fancy open tomorrow? Why, yes, they're open
course we're
tomorrow.
open.
We're open from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m.
Tomorrow's 5, yes.
Yep. That's for Thursday and Friday is 10 a.m. to 5
Thursday,
p.m.
Friday, and Saturday is 10 to 5.
Oh, Saturday is 10 to 5 too?
Yep.
Yeah. Loved blue collar people. Thank you, Kathy.
Looks good. There you go. That's it. We're done.
Did you get it? Let's
Yeah,
see.
I got it.
Hold it up. Hold it up to the
Hold it
camera
up
there.
right there.
Right there. Let's,
All done.
there we go. Look at that. That's awesome. I really like what we got there. You guys see that? It's nice and easy. It's nice and fun. It wasn't that hard to do. It always looks scary.
It's
but
just harder when you first start it, but once you get a hang of it, it does not. It doesn't. It's not challenging.
All right.
It really isn't challenging. And then, like the back side, you won't see it, so you can have a little boo boo in the back. It's okay because no one's gonna see it.
All right. So I have Penny Blaylarks joining us.
Die cut machine questions, she says.
And yep. And so she said it's a pretty card, and they said.
I'm gonna go grab the other card for next week to show them what the other one looks like.
All right. And then Penny's saying, I have a question. I need answered about die cut machines. Sorry, I'm a broken record.
What's your question?
What is the question? Please tell me your question that you would like to know, Penny. Are these kits still available? Yes,
Yes, it is
yes,
online.
they are available. They're on craftfancy.com.
Custom thing.
It is.
Custom card
I
kit.
think I can answer that question for you really quick too. So, and then Penny, let us know what your question is on die cut machines because we're here for you. Oh, I think I got it. Maybe. No, maybe not. I thought I had it, but I guess I didn't. So we'll find that for you, and then just let us know what your die cut question is, and then Carol, what are you working on now?
I am not working. I'm going to show you the card that we're working on for next week. Because it does take a long time. Not a long time, but like we weren't sure how long this card was going to be for new people that has not done it before. So we decided to just do one card for Wednesday night at 7. The second card is going to be also for at 7 o'clock, but for next Wednesday. Just because we had to glue, oh, did you see it? You have to glue all those rhinestones onto the mandala. So there's about 130 pieces on there, and it does take a little time. So each card was going to take almost over an hour. So that's why we broke it down into a part 1 and part 2. For us to do. Yes, okay, it's this Saturday.
Okay, so Penny is asking, which electric die cut machine do you feel is the best value that works great, and do you have any in stock?
We have the. Where is she? Is she local? Or is she shipping?
Yeah, where are you coming from, Penny? Are you local or is
She's
it?
not. I don't think she's local.
So
For the electrical ones, we have the Junior Gemini Junior and the full size Gemini. The Tim Holtz actually the Vagabond Tim Holtz a little suitcase one. It's actually on its way to be replaced with a new version at the beginning of next year. So that machine is gonna be obsolete soon, unless you could get it somewhere else because we can't get that anymore. We have the Big Shot at the manual one, which we don't recommend because I personally prefer electric ones. It's just easier to die cut. Um,
Especially if you do a lot of die
and
cutting.
if you don't break your arm.
Right.
Gemini is good. The Big Shot, the electrical one, the Big Shot is good as well, but we don't carry that one. What else?
It's a tough question because it's one of those.
It's really your personal preference. I would try it before you buy it. If you know somebody that might have one that you were interested, right?
Right. We, again, what works for us might not work for other people, or it might not work for the projects that you're trying to do. So, what to answer Penny's question is, like when you're working with cards and different machines, if you're doing different types of projects using different kinds of dies, every die is different. Even though they're all classified as a wafer thin die, the trouble sometimes is that they don't always work necessarily the same in every machine. So if you get like
there's
a
different
Gemini,
sandwiches.
there's different sandwich techniques that you want to use. Some have a thick A plate, some have a thin, B plates and C plates, and they all vary on different sizes. And then sometimes when you put your die through, they still don't work cut out correctly. So you're going to have to add what's called a shim to it, a metal shim, to make the sandwich just a little thicker.
Right.
To go ahead and put that through. So I like that. Again, the ones that we sell are the ones that I kind of stand behind because they at least, again, me being someone that's out there trying to sell something.
So she's talking about I have been eyeing. I am eyeing the Anna Griffin Impress. I saw there was a lot of review on it. The problem is you can only buy that machine from her directly or HSN. So that's the machine I was actually looking at over the weekend.
Oh, were you?
Because it was on sale.
That? Okay.
It was on sale. It was on sale on Anna Griffith's website for like $130.
Oh,
which is not that bad.
No,
for the mini. I'm looking at the mini. I'm not looking for the full size one.
Right.
Which is not bad. So I'm actually looking at that Anna Griffith Impress one myself.
Okay. Yeah, so that might.
But I personally have the Tim Holtz, the little suitcase one. I like it. I like the way it's compact. It cuts really good for me. I don't have any issues.
Right.
And I can always pack it all up, when we don't use it.
Yep.
We have that at the store as well. We were using the Gemini Junior. I like the way it cuts, but there's one thing I don't like about it is the plate warps really bad. It literally like warped. So
right.
You have to replace it a lot. You have to flip it every time you cut, or you have to replace the plate.
Yep. So to answer your question, Penny, it's kind of like a user preference. We kind of stand by the ones that we sell because if you got a question or something that comes up, we're able to answer those behind us. Again, there's a lot of great ones out there. Like you said, the Anna Griffin one sounds like a great one that you might want to take a look at. I think that's probably the best that we can try to help you with there. All right, let's move on because I saw a couple other questions that popped up, and I got to go back here. Oak is on Saturday. Yes. What glue do you recommend to set the tiny rhinestones? Kathy Turmo was asking.
I use art glitter glue. My personal preference is art glitter, and that's just the one I like.
Okay, the art glitter glue.
Yep.
But the issue with the art glitter glue is
we don't ship in the winter. Like right now it's cold, so we stop shipping. Depends on where you live. Are you living south or in the east? If you're living further, more south, you should be able to get at your local store.
Yep. Okay. And then Penny's back. I want the full size one so I don't have to buy another one later.
The full size Gemini or the full size Impress?
And then plate warping worries me about the Gemini.
Yep.
And then Penny also says, don't you have to hold the button down on the Vagabond?
Yes, you do. You have to hold the button down. The Impress, you go through. I think the Impress, you just press it one time and it just sucks it through.
And then Kim Jasper is saying maybe the new Tim Holtz, you will need to have to hold the button to make it work once it comes out.
Yes, I think the new Tim Holtz supposed to be coming out in January if it's in stock. With all the shipping issue right now, I can't say. It's supposed to just press it one time and it just sucks it in, from what I saw.
Yep.
So I'm looking at that too, but I'm not gonna say yes or no until it comes out.
Right, and then Kathy is out in Massachusetts, but going back to the glue dot or back to the glue situation.
So
what about the Gina K, the Connect glue?
No, Connect glue freezes in the winter as
Those
well.
are freezing.
The only one that doesn't freeze that can ship in the winter is the thermal web glue, which we have.
Which we have. Are you going to get some? Go ahead and get some.
I will show you.
Awesome.
That does not freeze.
Awesome. So while she's talking about that, let's take a look again at the next week's project again. This will be the Rhinestone one that we're doing, the one we just completed today, and then next week's project
This is
we're
the
going to be working on
one,
Rhinestone.
the Ultra Bond, right? Ultra Bond, right here. Do it this way. This is the one, dries clear. It does not freeze. You could ship all year long. To me, it just seems like a, white tacky glue, and it dries clear. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you guys is after you cut your little strips or sentiments, it's part of your kit. You know how once in a while you see some white edges? If you don't like to see the white edges, use a marker. You can use a Sharpie if you have one. Just color in the part that you don't want to see the white stuff. So it all blends in.
Awesome.
That's what I did on here.
Just kind of tune those right in, right?
Yep, so like right there.
Okay.
Right there you can see a little bit.
No, well, I can't see it because you're off camera again.
Oh. Like right there, if you see a little bit of it, just color it in. Use a Sharpie. Use a skinny tip Sharpie or something to just blend it all back in there.
All right. Looking really good. So I think we're pretty much done for today.
For today, we're done for this card. Next week, we're going to be doing this one. 7 o'clock Central, same Craft Fancy page. Can we see Carol maybe next week?
I'm trying to get her comfortable. So this was kind of her first class. She's not very camera person. I'd like to see her so we can kind of talk about this. So guys, give her the vote of confidence, I guess. And,
I don't usually teach online classes. When we had classes at the store, I would teach store classes. I don't usually teach online classes. It's always Kathy's thing and Brian's thing.
Right. No,
Kathy's busy this week tonight.
Right, so I have to work Carol in, so we gotta start going in there. So, all right. So let's see, who do we got here? I got Penny's telling us I just can't really participate in classes where I need to cut my own die cuts because of the machines I have are so old they would break in the new dies, and I really want to participate in a ton of classes. Great job.
That's great.
Thank you, Penny. Don't hesitate. Ask us anytime. Even if you want to call us up at the store, call the store. You can ask anyone at the Craft Fancy store. We're always available.
Because we're all crafters here, so
and that's the best part about when you shop Craft Fancy. You're not calling www some dude in some basement. You're calling someone actually that understands crafting in the crafting store. So you're gonna be able to answer all those questions for you. And that's what we're here for. So you can talk to us, and in 5 minutes or an hour, don't worry. Kathy's always up front to take care of it. And if it ain't Kathy, it's Melissa. And they're both very knowledgeable. All right, Wendy Little saying, think you enjoyed it for the night. You did fabulous. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Kim said I must have was talking to me saying I did fabulous. And then we also got Kathy saying that she's awesome. Clearly, she knows what she's knows a lot about card making. Yep. Thank you so much, Brian and Carol. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right, guys. So again, I appreciate everyone. It's that time. My beer bottle is empty, so that means that I got to get out of here so I can go get a refill. I appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. I hope you really enjoyed doing the card with Carol. Be sure to tune in next week as we do part 2, which we're going to be working with some rhinestones. Part 2.
And then we have Oak this Saturday.
And then we also have Oak this Saturday. So I will be back on as one of a kind tomorrow because you know what time it is. That's right. The hand is coming. And yes, Penny still loves my jacket. So yes, believe it or
We'll see. We can find someone to make it.
I'm going to work on that along with everything else. I know I sound like a broken record. Oh, good God, I know I sound like a broken record. I am trying to get this stuff going. There is just too much on my plate. And of course, I'm always looking for help. So don't be hesitant. Come on down and then check it out. Yes, we do have matching jackets tonight. And that drives Carol nuts.
Because he's copying me.
She hates when we wear the same color jackets. We have black jackets and we have the green jackets, and we always wear the green jackets, and she gets all mad. So
I have the green one, and you always follow me.
my problem though is I'm grabbing my jacket when I'm leaving at 6 a.m. in the morning to throw it in the car because otherwise you're going to see me with my electrical attire on. Check it out. That's right. It's the blue shirt. No collar here. Well, kind of. I guess it's a blue collar. But all right, guys. Took enough of your time. I appreciate all the comments, questions, and everyone hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate everything. Be sure to tune in next week so we can start doing that second card with the rhinestones and working with the glue. Also, too, is be sure to check it out. There are kits still available if you're still interested. Who's joining me tonight? Carol, and I'm Brian, and Heidi's under the table right now. We all appreciate you guys tuning in, and we are going to get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, stay safe, wear your mask, and I'm going to see you guys back on this weekend.
Nope,
Craft
tomorrow
Fancy
night.
is going to be on at Oak on Saturday. So, guys, we'll see you real soon. And yes, I will be back on as Oak tomorrow night. So, guys, have a great night. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye.